And what is up, everybody? I'm here in ridiculously hot and sunny Tulsa, Oklahoma. I haven't been in this particular spot, I haven't set foot in this particular spot in 30 years because that house right there is the house I lived in from the ages of 7 to 8. It's weird. There used to be a big tree closer. It's like they moved the tree. That tree wasn't there, it was over here, and there was no railing over by the... And the reason I bring this up is because that house right there is the birthplace of Action FUZZ. I was 7 years old the first time I put a wire tie together, and I guess that is the current tenant of that house, the current occupier of that house pulling into the driveway. It's interesting the way everything has changed. Like right here used to be a thrift stop, now it's a Dollar General. That gas station over there was a 7-Eleven. I don't know how a 7-Eleven went out of business. That spot right there was an auto repair. It used to sell used bicycles. It was a gas station that had no gas. This house was abandoned when we first, like the whole year we were out here, and there was actually no fence. And this wasn't a driveway. It was just basically like both sides were just one stretch of land that nobody was occupying. That burger place is still there. We never ate there. I don't know why. I always wanted to eat there, and my father never let us eat there. Everything else left, but that burger joint is still there. And this street right here, Seminole Street, me, my sister Darcy, my sister Tiffany would either walk or sometimes take our bikes from here all the way down by ourselves. Mind you, 7 years old, 8 years old at the time. About a mile, 2 miles down that stretch of street that eventually you lose sight over the horizon. And that's where our old elementary school used to be. Didn't do too much. There's plenty of, a couple of things around here that has changed. That Pizza Hut used to be a KFC. They actually have a Chinese restaurant out here. There was never a Chinese restaurant. We, like the entire year we lived out here, we never had Chinese. In fact, we never even got to have like real pizzeria pizza. It was always frozen. But we just took what we could. But Chinese food, completely out of the question where we were 30 years ago. That is weird. I've always been a sucker for nostalgia, so to see the way everything changed, the activity center where they teach boxing, I mean, hell, I could have used that when I was a kid. Interesting seeing all this now. Very interesting. It's funny to see like where you've come from, because obviously like I only lived out here for 1 year, but that 1 year, you'll be shocked the impression it left upon me and my family. You know, whether it be the kids that we met, or the kids that we were friends with, how we used to play, where we used to play, things that we did, this, that, the other. This shopping center over here, that's a Family Dollar over there. Oh, apparently there's a Save-A-Lot. The Save-A-Lot used to be known as Homeland. That was the supermarket out here. And isn't that just a shame? It's a dead dog laying right there. But all this right here, used to come here a lot. This shopping center was a Walgreens where my dad got me all 4 Ninja Turtles, which is probably where that Family Dollar is right there. Like I said, there used to be a KFC here. We'd eat there from time to time. That corner up there, we'd catch the bus to get to the doctor's office. Interesting. Very interesting. Now this, I've seen some empty strip malls that look like, the zombie apocalypse. This actually doesn't look too bad. for the most part. Like I said, it's, you know, it's interesting seeing where you've come from, and I don't really recognize too much. Like, a lot has changed. There used to be a little grocery store over here. Like, I remember that church over there. But then, of course, nothing, just about everything here, yeah, nothing looks familiar. But at the same time, it's still, you know, it's still interesting to see everything. Coming back here, like I said, this right here, the birthplace of Action Fuzz. That little red, wire tie figure that I made 30 years ago was all, you know, it was all here in that little house. And you know, they say never be, never despise small beginnings. It doesn't get much smaller. It doesn't get much smaller than that. And see where, you know, how far I've come since then, like where I am now. I'm still not where I want to be. I know I can still do more. Still striving to do more. But right now, I'm actually pretty good. I'm actually pretty good, and I thank God for that. I'm done talking. You guys have a good night.